It's generally recommended that you slather on sunscreen when going out for a day on the beach, but is it possible that protecting yourself can cause harm to our already vulnerable reefs? Today we're going to take a look at not only what goes into your favorite sunscreens, and also what comes out.
So when you put that copper tone on, what is really going on in your skin? If you take a glance at a bottle of sunscreen, you are most likely to find active ingredients like oxybenzone and other things that I cannot pronounce. These ingredients have the purpose of blocking harmful UVA and UVB rays that come in contact with your skin. But oftentimes, these ingredients unfortunately seep into your skin and are absorbed into your bloodstream. This is bad for you and for the ocean. Studies surrounding the toxicity of sunscreen ingredients tend to be limited, containing data gaps and insufficient conclusions, not giving you the information that you deserve. However, Environmental Working Group, or EWG for short, has collided data from several different studies and used them to answer questions regarding the general safety of common sunscreen ingredients.
Oxybenzone seems to be the biggest concern as far as we know, as it is detected in nearly every American, as well as being found in nursing women's breast milk. Oxybenzone is a subject of debate for a lot of dermatologists, as it is known to cause relatively high risk of skin allergy. Oxybenzone has also been seen to disrupt hormones and alter birth weights, and due to all the effects we talked about, oxybenzone has been given an EWG hazard score of 8.
So why is something that's being slathered on our skin being detected in our waters? Due to both direct and indirect causes, the UV filters that exist within our sunscreen find their way into our marine ecosystems. In most places where tourism is popular, you can detect the levels of sunscreen, and unfortunately in some cases see that wash off tourists because it wasn't fully absorbed yet. Now that you know how sunscreen ends up in our oceans, you might be wondering what exactly causes the most damage to our oceans. On coral. What? You might be wondering what exactly causes the most damage on corals. If you were to take a look at the back of your sunscreen bottle and glance over the ingredients list, if you were paying attention to the earlier portion of our video, you would see the chemical oxybenzone. As previously mentioned, it has a hazard score of 8. So imagine the damage it can cause on our precious corals. The term genotoxic is applied to the chemical oxybenzone, which means it can damage coral DNA. In turn, this has effects on its reproductive system, lifespan, and immunity to various waterborne diseases. In addition to being a genotoxin, oxybenzone is also considered an endocrine disruptor, meaning that the coral larvae stop swimming and turn into skeletons at the wrong point in their life cycle. If you keep up with any news lately, you know our reefs are bleached and in danger. Oxybenzone strikes again with its harmful consequences and lowers the temperature at which corals can bleach. The level for the bleaching of corals is already really easy to reach, so imagine that level lowering even more. With global warming at full speed ahead and coral reefs greatly visited, our corals are looking to be as bleached and white as a naked person's bum who has never seen the sun.
The coral reefs are one of the most valuable ecosystems on Earth. They provide billions of dollars in economic and environmental services such as food, coastal protection, and tourism. The coral reefs around the world, though, are facing a serious threat, and that threat is sunscreen.
So how do we protect coral reefs?
Number 1. Choose sustainable seafood.
Number 2. Conserve water.
Number 3. Corals are already a gift. Don't give them as presents. It takes coral reefs a decade or longer to regrow their reef structure. So leave them on the reef.
Number 4. Long-lasting light bulbs are a bright idea because energy-efficient light bulbs reduce greenhouse gases, and greenhouse gases cause climate change, and climate change is one of the leading threats to coral reef survival.
Go. If you die, don't touch. Coral reefs are alive.
Number 6. Check your sunscreen's active ingredients.
Number 7, don't litter. Pick up your trash.
Send chemicals into our waterways like excess fertilizer.
Number 9, practice safe boating. Anchor safely in sandy areas away from coral.
Number 10, volunteer in your local beach or reef cleanups.